Hey everybody, I'm Mark Comfort here, and I will be your host on this upcoming Rocky Mountaineer experience in the Canadian Rockies. And I want to give you a little background today. I'm just going to talk generically about the trip we're going on, get you excited, give you some information you need, and let you know that you will be getting documents by, this is June 15th, a Thursday, and you'll get them by the end of next week, probably the 22nd, 23rd, 24th at the latest is what Rocky Mountaineer is telling us when they're going to have them to us so we can get them to you. You're going to get them both in a print hard copy that you'll need to bring because some of those, there's some vouchers in your documents that you'll need to show. And then we'll have it emailed for you too, just in case, okay? Now, I've been to this destination twice, and I have to tell you, our second home is in Copper Mountain, Colorado. Mimi and I, my wife and I, who own Cruise Holidays and Comfort Tours, have a second home at Copper Mountain, Colorado that we just absolutely love. So we know mountains, and we live on a lake. We live at Weatherby Lake here in Kansas City. So I love mountains and I love lakes. So you're going to see all of this on this Rocky Mountaineer trip. However, what I want you to know is whatever you think you've seen in the Rocky Mountains in the United States, I'm guessing, I'm betting you're going to feel like me that these mountains in the Canadian Rockies are some of the most beautiful mountains, majestic mountains that you have ever seen. And then the experience of this luxury train travel is second to none. You're going to love Rocky Mountaineer. It is, oh my gosh, like I say, we've done it twice, and we're doing it gold leaf, so we're really doing it right. Now I'm going to go through all this, and I'm going to explain what gold leaf means. I'm going to talk about some of the things we're going to see and some of the things we're going to do. But I want you to hear this. We will start in Vancouver. Most everybody is arriving on June 8th, but there are people that come in early. We know that there's people that have friends or family or just are going to do their own thing. If you need transfers from us, we will provide transfers from the airport to the hotel there in Vancouver. But you need to talk to Ariel because a lot of you are doing a different itinerary than just this, meaning coming in early, okay? Or we've got a couple of couples that have people picking them up to take them to the hotel. Anyway, so you arrive on July 8th, we'll go to the hotel, and then we'll all meet there. We'll have a meeting time the next morning to go over everything with the Rocky Mountaineer people. All the details will be in your documents of when and where you will meet, okay? I'm going to go over a lot of things here. So we'll go from Vancouver on the Rocky Mountaineer to Kamloops. And Kamloops, it's too far to go in one day to Banff, so Kamloops is where we stop. That is the one place you will not have a five-star hotel, but you'll have the best hotel in Kamloops. I've been there. It's a fun little place. You'll like it a lot. Then we'll go to Banff and Lake Louise, spending 2 nights in Banff and 1 night in Lake Louise. And then we'll end up our trip 7 days after we began in Calgary. So let's go through everything. Now, I want you all to know this because this is important. We, in essence, will have, the group is big enough that we had to have 2 motor coaches. And when we sold out of the first motor coach and we decided to charter a train car, we had to have 60 people to have an entire train car on Rocky Mountaineer to ourselves. And we did that. And Rocky Mountaineer, or excuse me, AWG let us, Cruise Holidays, sell into this. So there are some people that will be going that will be clients of ours of Cruise Holidays that I've invited to join me to join you on this trip. Now we will be staying at a different hotel in Vancouver, and they're both spectacular 5-star properties. I personally like this one the best because it is right on the pier area where all the cruise ships come in and out, right on the water, right in the heart of Vancouver. It's called the Pan Pacific. It is spectacular. You're just going to love this one. I'll be staying here at this hotel with you all. The other group will be at the Fairmont in downtown Vancouver. Okay, here's a great picture of Vancouver. And any of you that have ever been to Vancouver, you know what Vancouver's like. It is special, spectacular. I've been there many times. You know, we're our name Cruise Holidays. We've 35 years been in the cruise industry, and we sell more Alaska cruises than probably anybody in the country. And we go in and out of Vancouver either to start or to end your Alaskan cruise a lot. So I love Vancouver. It's such a beautiful place. Now we have a special experience that I want to tell you. There will be a few of you in this group on our motor coach that will, with AWG, your AWG members that will go on this Grouse Mountain experience, and the rest of you will have a free evening to explore and do things in Vancouver. And by the way, where you are at that Pan Pacific, there's dozens and dozens of restaurants within walking distance. There's a little center called the Red Lantern area, just incredible, beautiful area within walking distance of the Pan Pacific. And I can help you with all this, as can the Rocky Mountaineer representative. Hey, this is the Rocky Mountaineer experience right here, the train cars. It's the experience in the gold leaf. See how much taller it is? And the 180-degree dome is what we will be in. We'll be in one of those train cars, all of us, the whole group. So we'll be together as a group on the train car. It's only when we have to take motor coaches that we will be separated into two different motor coaches. Now let me share with you a little bit. This is what that domed train car looks like. There will be a guide on board, a couple actually people there to help serve us. There is a restaurant on the lower level that will have lunches and a dinner and maybe a couple breakfasts on. That's just phenomenal. And we go right next to the river, and you can see the beauty of the snow-capped mountains. I mean, it's just breathtakingly beautiful. You can tell this is in fall, so we won't get the colors like that, but I wanted you to see the difference in the Rocky Mountaineer train cars. Okay, the food is magnificent. I can promise you, absolutely magnificent. The views are magnificent. The comfort in those seats. If I'm not mistaken, the seats on the Rocky Mountaineer that you will be sitting in, they're like business class seats, by the way, in an airplane, and that much leg room too. And I think the leather, the company that makes these seats was the same company that makes chairs, the seats for Porsche automobiles. Okay, you'll be very pleased with the food and the service. Now you can tell this is in fall, so that lady's wearing a little bit heavier coat, so is the gentleman, than you'll need in July, and I'll go over that a little bit. Okay, you're going to have a phenomenal experience here. Once we get, we'll go from Vancouver, spend the night in Kamloops, get back on the Rocky Mountaineer, go up to Chateau Lake Louise, where we will spend one night there. And I want to tell you, arguably, you'll wish you had a week to stay here. It is arguably the most beautiful setting I personally have ever seen anywhere in the world. And I've been to 108 countries, and I've been to some of the most beautiful mountain lake regions in the world. This arguably is the most beautiful. The other thing I wanted to tell you, this is Chateau Lake Louise. That's called glacier waters. That's why it's that shade of blue. I think they call it glacier blue, as a matter of fact. See the mountain range in the background? I'd urge you to be a morning person, get up real early and watch the sun rise. When the daylight actually hits those mountains, it looks like those mountains are on fire. The only other place in the world I've seen that is on the Matterhorn over in Switzerland. It is breathtakingly beautiful. Okay, now all of you will be invited to this, and I want you to personally thank Mr. Tony Calaroso of Shred. He has financed, and his company has financed this. We have a cowboy picnic, cowboy barbecue, and we'll be going there via covered wagons. Okay, you'll find out what covered wagons like. And I love this because I recommended this to Tony, Lynette, and Ariel liked it so much because this part of Canada was built up by the cowboys, by the farmers, by the ranchers. Okay, so you're going to get a chance to experience some of that, and I think it'll be just perfect. So if you want to bring your cowboy boots and your cowboy hat, you most certainly can. Now, I'm going to try to get Tony to ride a horse and his wife Tammy to ride a horse alongside that covered wagon. He said he would if I would, and I don't know whether I will or not, but you get to ride a covered wagon, okay? And then we'll have just a delightful, fabulous lunch, picnic lunch in the wilderness. I think this is going to, and that, by the way, that's probably the views you're going to, that is the views you're going to get right there. Okay. Now, after the day after Lake Louise, we'll head down to Banff, and Banff is spectacular. Now, the other group is going to be staying at the Banff Springs Hotel. We couldn't get space there, so we got space here at the Rimrock, as you probably can imagine, because this Rocky Mountaineer train experience is so, it's got such a short season, and it's so popular. Train travel right now is unbelievably popular. Luxury train travel, unbelievably popular. So frankly, you're going to love this hotel. It's built into the side of a cliff. It is, again, breathtakingly beautiful. And we're just up on top of the mountain, right below the Rimrock, and the Banff Springs is very close to the Banff Springs, the Fairmont. But the town of Banff is down below us, and there's shuttle service to get down there, and there's great shopping, lots of things to do, lots of restaurants. But you will love, love, love the views. They've got a couple lounges and restaurants in this property that, oh my gosh, have a view almost as good as at that Chateau Lake Louise. Okay, then from Banff, and we got 2 days there in Banff, and we're going to give you some free time in Banff so you can do your own thing, and you'll love it. It's safe, it's fun, there's a million things to do there. I golfed last time I was up there. They've got a really beautiful golf course there. Caribou all over the golf course, by the way. Okay, and then we're going to end up the trip. We will motor coach from Banff to Calgary, and most all of you are leaving after we spend one night. Look at this Fairmont. Is that not beautiful? And this Fairmont, like the Pan Pacific Hotel in Vancouver, the two big cities on the bookends of this trip, are right in the middle of town, so you can walk to any kind of restaurant, lounge, entertainment place. It's fabulous, fabulous. So you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I know this because I've done it before with groups, and everybody does. Okay, what to wear? This is interesting. The average temperature around this time of the year in the mountains in Banff Springs and in Chateau Lake Louise, even Vancouver, averages in the mid 70s Fahrenheit is the high, and the low 60s, maybe even 50s at night, later at night. Now remember, it stays light real late there too. So layers, 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 almost pretend like you're going to Alaska for a vacation where the weather changes a little bit. Kamloops is the only place we'll spend one night there, and we get in the evening, 6:30 to 8 o'clock, and it's still light then, but that because it's a little lower and inland will be the warmer place. It'll be in the low to mid 80s as a high, but by the time we get there, it'll probably be the high 70s to low 80s. And then transportation luggage. I told you if you need transfers from the airport in Vancouver, or most everybody, if I remember right, is going home from Calgary, we will get you transportation to the airport in Calgary. But we need to know that, especially in Vancouver. Luggage, 50 pounds of luggage in one bag is what Rocky Mountaineer wants you to take as in your check through luggage. And they will motor coach that, so it will not be with the train. You can take a backpack with your medicine, with whatever else you might have that you need, cameras, things like that. You're welcome to take that on the Rocky Mountaineer. It's like everything else. It doesn't have an overhead like an airplane does, so it's got to fit under your seat. But the seats are big. The seats are huge, like business class air would be. Hey, okay. Exchange rate. You ready for this? $1 US is right now, as of June 15th today, worth $1.34 Canadian dollars. So they'll take our dollars almost anywhere. They'll take our credit cards almost anywhere. If you want to get some Canadian dollars, you most certainly can, but our dollar is very strong. Okay, health and travel documents. You know, we've already been asked a dozen times. Most everybody just wants to know, is Canada still, what's their COVID policies? Well, COVID is done with you don't have to have your vaccination card or proof of vaccines at all. Do not have to have proof of vaccines. Don't need to take that with you. If you want to, you can, but they won't ask for it. Now, you do need a passport, so be sure your passport is valid, and it's supposed to be valid 6 months after your time of arrival back into the United States. So that would be July 15th, 6 months from that. Okay. And when you get your documents, there will be everything in it with every thing you'll need to know, detailed day by day. But I will be there. I'll meet you there at the hotel in Vancouver. And if you have questions, we can take care of them then. If you have any questions throughout the course of the trip, you can feel free to ask me. I'll be happy to help you take care of it, or one of the tour guides there that's on the train car with us or on the motor coach will help you with whatever the need will be. If you have any other kind of questions before we go, just ask Ariel or Lynette here in our group department at Cruise Holidays and Comfort Tours. You guys, we have just an incredible experience right ahead of you. And when it's going to be hotter than blazes here, it's going to be beautiful and about perfect where we're going to go. You're going to have a great experience. I can promise you that. Okay, everybody, thanks so much. Documents and another link to this video will be to you by the end of next week, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, or before then. Thanks so much, everybody. Appreciate your business. Bye-bye.